if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and today in this video, I'm going to share I'm going to share with you guys a very scary story about how I heard some really weird sounds when I was at work one day. And this is going to be a coffee and story time video. And today's story is going to be the time I heard these crazy drilling sounds at work. And I thought someone was in the store. But I came and I became quite suspicious because the sounds were getting loud and it was scaring both me and my coworkers. So this is a story just to let you guys know that you won't know where crazy sounds are coming from. And if you think it's coming from your work and you don't see anything, it's good to kind of like know where it's coming from, or just not think about it too much because you don't want to get scared or even worried because you don't want to think someone is in the store besides you and your coworkers. So this is a scary story about how I was working one day and my coworker and I heard these weird sounds and we thought someone else was in the store, but it turned out to be something else. So I'm going to get started and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Pardon me while I take a sip of my coffee. So this all started, I think this was in November, so about maybe 2 or 3 months ago. I was working one day at the store that I work at, which is a local refill and apothecary shop. So we refill people's containers of like soap or whatever they want refilled, and then nobody throws their bottles out and they can just reuse them. So anyway, so I was working one day with one of my coworkers and I'm in the back room. So I work in the storage room, and as I'm in the storage room working, I'm washing a bunch of like funnels in between, and I start hearing all these loud, crazy drilling sounds. And I'm getting a little scared because I have no idea where they're coming from. So I walk up to my coworker and she goes, and I look a little freaked out and she goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, there's some really weird drilling sounds. Is anybody else here?" And she goes, "I don't know." So I go up to the second floor to investigate because we have an upstairs office where some of my coworkers work and do schedules, or my bosses do schedules. So I go up to the upstairs part of the building. There's nobody here, and it was weird because I could hear the noises and they were right above me, and I thought that was kind of weird. So I come back down. I'm like, "That's funny, there's nobody here." And she goes, "That's kind of weird." So as I'm in the back room and I keep hearing more noises and it's getting louder and louder and louder, and I'm starting to get startled. So I go into the courtyard to see if anyone was doing any side work in the courtyard, and I'm like, "That's kind of weird." So I continue to work and not think about it, despite the fact I'm kind of scared, a little freaked out because the noises are so incredibly loud. My coworker is like, "Wow, this is super loud too." And we were kind of a little confused because there was nobody else in the store but me and my coworker. And it was just completely strange because we just didn't expect to hear a lot of drilling sounds and we just had no idea where it coming from. So we decided not to think about it and focus more on work. And then as I'm in the front, I don't hear the drilling sounds too much, but suddenly they start to happen more and more and more, and I'm starting to get a little bit confused because we're not sure what's going on because there's nobody else in the store but me and my coworker, and there was no one else anywhere in the store. So we were so incredibly confused of where we were hearing this drilling sound. So about 2 hours later, my shift ends and I end up leaving the store. And as I'm leaving, I start to hear more drilling. So I go to investigate and I look, and it turned out the sound of the drilling was coming from the car shop next door. And I just felt really silly because I was kind of freaked out because I thought there was other people in the store and there were so many drilling sounds and it was so incredibly loud that it scared both me and my coworkers. So I text my coworker this and tell her it was the car shop next door, and we both thought it was kind of funny because we just didn't expect to hear a bunch of drilling sounds from the car shop next door. And the entire time we were working, we thought somebody else was upstairs in the store doing handiwork or something, but it was actually the car garage. So the moral of the story is, when you hear very weird sounds or crazy noises coming from somewhere, you won't really know what it is until you actually see it, because sometimes you think it may be in your store or your restaurant or wherever, but if there's nobody there, it gets kind of very scary because you think someone else is in the store or restaurant that you work at you don't know. So a good thing is to just either when you get off your shift or if you have a break, find out where the loud noises are coming from, but also just be careful just in case it's dangerous. So it's kind of good to figure out where noises can come from, because sometimes they can be quite scary, especially if you hear them coming from next door and you want to make sure everything's okay and stuff. So just it's just always good to investigate and double check to see where sounds are coming from, because then you can find out what's making those noises. It's a scary story about how we heard very scary noises at work. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!